if you really seem to have a very good feeling for making those plays, why not take the gamble the next time? Because, well, if you seem to gamble correctly all the time, then you might want to gamble with real money.
Ladies and gentlemen, Quamrats, welcome to episode 10 of the Quamfy Show. Oh, I cursed in the first 7 seconds. Oh, ad revenue gone. Anyway, we're sponsored by BYBIT anyway. Go and get some QNT on BYBIT. If you use our link, codes in the description, you're going to get $20 on your first deposit of $100 within 7 days. And you're going to get a 10% discount for the first 30 trading days on your trading fees. It's a good exchange. It's a trusted exchange. They don't mess around with your money. And it's pretty easy. Very familiar interface for all of you guys. So go check it out. Do us a favor. We're going to get a little kickback from all the trading you do. So you're helping out the show as well. So we really appreciate that. What will we be doing today? We had some shenanigans prior to the show. So if the lighting on my end is crap and the camera does weird stuff, it's Zoom. Let's keep it at that. We're gonna have a walk through Quant X because they're acting a lot. They're posting a lot. They're tweeting a lot. So we're gonna have a look what is going on there. It's gonna be a bunch of tweets. Then we're getting to the portfolios. We also have a tool that we discussed on the Dutch show last week. We're going to take you through that as well. We think that could be very beneficial because a lot of people are comparing stuff that they shouldn't be comparing or with the wrong metrics. And yes, there's tons of ways to do what we are going to suggest, but with CoinGecko, it's free. So it's going to be pretty interesting. If time permits, then we will also dive into the rest of the cycle because yes, the bull run is started. It's going on for the next 1.5 to 2 years. And Raoul Pal and his global macro investor buddies, as well as Real Vision, have something to say about that. And I share their opinion to a certain extent. So we're going to look into that. And yeah, I think we're probably there then.
Probably.
Definitely, probably.
We have plenty of stuff to discuss.
Yeah. There was a lot going on, right? A lot with sentiment and a lot of people allegedly leaving ship for maybe shitcoins, maybe not. I see a lot of criticism on team engagement, people blaming Gilbert for destroying our bull run. By a lack of communication, which to me is pretty fucking hilarious, not gonna lie. So let's just dive into the screen share. And let's see. So what you see on my screen right now is X. And if we look from top to bottom, there's a pin message from February 19th, right? Where they're talking about Project Rosalind. As you know, was a retail experiment for a retail CBDC with Amazon and a ton of other big companies. If we go,
there's been a lot of theory done on CBDCs. There's been a lot of economic analysis.
I should know better than that. If we scroll down, then you can actually see that 7 hours ago they tweeted. I'm just going to take you through this and then we're going to pick out a couple. Then May 24th, right? It's now May 28th. May 23rd. May 23rd. May 22nd. May 22nd. May 20th. May 20th. May 17th. May 16th. May 15th. May 15th. May 15th. May 14th. May 14th. May 10th. So in the last 18 days, They produced like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 tweets. That's if you exclude the weekends, a tweet a day.
Yeah.
I was waving my hands in the air and looking with a confused face for the people on podcast. Tim.
Yeah, and it's weird. You have a glass of wine. Nice. Will become a very good show. No, it's weird.
It was a day.
If you take a look on Telegram and just go into the all the group chats that we have, Quamfy Lounge and so on, people really blame the team for not communicating, and it's something that has kind of bothered me for a while, and we've discussed this quite some times before, but it's not justified at the moment, right? So we have some periods in which the team isn't really communicating, neither on X or on YouTube or on LinkedIn. That's mostly during holiday seasons when everyone is out of office on the beach enjoying their lives. Right now, the team is actually working and they are putting out tweets, they are putting out videos, they are making content on their website. They even engage other media platforms to, well, publish their articles there or share their opinion. They publish videos on YouTube. I think it's just not justified to say that the team is not doing anything. It's just plainly wrong, honestly.
Yeah.
And then you take a look on Telegram and everyone is like, yeah, but Gilbert is not helping the project right now. They're really screwing up. They're not working on the price action and they are dumping on us.
They're destroying our Bullrun.
They are destroying our Bullrun. It's nonsense. It's literally they are not even allowed to do that. They can't legally do that. They would be in big trouble if they start manipulating the price of a token of their own of something they hold themselves.
Yeah.
It's literally impossible.
I'll actually double down on that. I mean, if we look at the rate of communications right now, last 18 days, 16 tweets. They're also active on LinkedIn. I got a buddy with LinkedIn today. But Luke Riley is actively sharing stuff, engaging stuff, actually responding to people asking questions, example on Link. And a ton of other type of engagement. They're responding and shipping communications that can be expected of a tier 1 company, right? A Fortune 500 company. That's what they're doing. And if the expectation is that the team will be tweeting about the token and hyping up partnerships, stuff like that, that was half a decade ago, and they're never going to go there ever again.
No.
And why not? Well, because of possible legal ramifications, possible competition, how do you say, culture, right? In our culture, it's normal if motherfuckers like us make a video and on the thumbnail will look like this.
Yeah.
Generally, that will get you the most. Is my tongue purple? Yeah, a bit. That will get you that will get you the most likes and the most shares and shit like that. But truly, right? I mean, the Quamfy Show, I mean, we're doing pretty well for a token that is quote unquote dead. But the people that watch are loyal viewers, right? The people that watch our show actually watch the show. And they're there for what we produce, right? That's our brand. That's our thing. You guys are our audience. The same with Quant. Their audience, their target audience, their customers, their public, is not us, right?
No.
It's not the Tangsel showing people on TikTok. No, they're talking to central banks, the businesses, yada yada yada, you know, all this. So they tailor to that. That being said, those customers are not going to be recruited on X, possibly not even on LinkedIn, and sure as shit not on YouTube. I mean, YouTube could be a depository for things you want to show people, but generally these are news feeds. These are used for informing, as somebody so eloquently put it in the Dutch group, for informing the public, right? Crypto people use this to rake in innocent noobs that have no goddamn clue what's going on in the world, have no network. But Quant actually has a network, right? That's one of the reasons why they are connected with government, why they are connected with the biggest banks on this planet, and the BIS and IMF and Gil knows what else. Because all those business deals are made in person, and introductions are made word of mouth, not by fucking retweeting some shit post or responding with a witty gif or posting an emoji or other garbage like that, because there's no trust in the internet, right? And that's the entire point of Quant. It's the entire point of blockchain. There is no trust. There's no reason for a serious, trusted, established company to go on X, or like those motherfuckers on Telegram. Hey, does anybody need a full stack developer? My dude, if you need to go to, and I'm an admin in a lot of groups, and I'm even a member of even more groups, and if I see your same message in like 10 groups at the same time, I'm not going to fucking hire you, because you have no idea what you're doing. You're probably very, 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 very bad because you chose to take an approach like that, like shooting with buckshot into a void and hoping that somebody will engage. I mean, if you're good at your job, you're going to have people telling other people that matter that you can do your work. You have credentials, references, whatever. And it's the same with this. Quant has nothing to gain from putting maximum effort on X or whatever.
No,
they have nothing to gain anymore by engaging with us. They sold their tokens, and you guys are right about this. If you're one of the FUD bearers, you're right. Yeah, they sold the tokens to us. That funded their initial boot up, which is correct. And they engaged for a while until they were quote unquote too big to keep communicating, and we were too fucking stupid to respect the efforts that they actually made, right? Every AMA was the same questions. And then there was this live event, I think it was with Oracle, and people were in chat yelling when moon, blah, 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 blah. Maybe it were people of the community, maybe it were link trolls or XP trolls or whatever. I don't know, don't really care. But Gilbert actually had the stones to come into main and say, this has been the last time that this happened. We will now do these type of things behind closed doors. And engagement's never been the same since then. And other things have happened. So we broke that relationship ourselves, right? The royal we, the community, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, we screwed it up years ago already.
Yeah. On multiple occasions. And
because
and that is fine.
You cannot communicate or argue with stupidity. And
no.
Yeah, that's what a community brings. I think,
and so let me continue for a bit, because everybody's like, okay, so Gilbert used us, they used us to dump tokens on us. Token dumping, you can call it that. They sold tokens, it's part of their business model. And you can like it, you can hate it. It doesn't matter, it's a fact of the ecosystem, right? Ever since the first white paper, token utility paper, 2019, 2018, somewhere around there, they have clearly stated their intentions, right? Back in the day when the minimum requirement for a gateway was 500 QNT, which has now been scratched. There's no limit anymore, as far as we know. But ever since the first paper, there was always an intention for the team. Client buys license, QNT gets locked for the value of the license, for the duration of the license, then tokens get unlocked. And depending on the situation of the treasury, either tokens get sold or tokens get repurposed for either the same client and they pay again, or for a new client if the price went up and they only have to lock half the tokens, right? So the house wins twice. One, they get their license fee back if price goes up. And two, they can sell at a premium or they can buy fewer tokens, etc. So there's a lot of optionality there. And for them, it's a really important business model because that's the way how they are going to make money, because they get delayed payment, delayed satisfaction, right? You buy this now. Sorry, you buy a license for this price, and I'm holding up my left fist. Then they buy for that same amount QNT. This fist, my right fist now, gets locked for the duration of the license. If more companies come in and sign up for Overledger, then a lot more fists get locked up during that year. That means that supply will go down. And if demand increases, which it will because the company is actually doing something and improving the order of the universe, then price should go up as well, meaning that the tokens that they lock for the licenses will increase in value, meaning that they actually make more money on every license because they get the delayed satisfaction. So the token price is super important for the team. In my opinion, that makes it also a very difficult, touchy subject because there's a lot of potential friction there for them talking about the coin.
Yeah.
Think about this. There's a significant conflict of interest. And a couple of hostiles, let's call them hostiles, in the past already accused the team of pumping their coin and then dumping, because that's the language that we prefer here. So it is no wonder that they refrain from any messages or any communications regarding the token. You can find everything at quant.network/FAQ/utility tokens from the top of my head. Don't quote me on that. But there you can find questions and answers to all these things. But to take it home again, there's a lot of communications, there's a lot going on, and it is for us. It is to keep us in the loop. There's a lot of winks, there's a lot of hints, there's a lot of pats on the back, like it's gonna be okay, guys. But you need to want to see that for it to be there, because it's there, right? Again, they're not recruiting fucking Tesla on X.
No, and I think most of it's kind of an interesting marketing strategy, right? Because on the one hand, they are already in most projects and most, I don't know, like I think they've already backed quite some contracts to actually develop the technology. But on the other hand, they need to convince everyone that these projects are actually necessary, right? That the technology they are building is required, and so they still need marketing. I think they kind of shifted from targeting kind of everyone, and that included us as a crypto community, because simply it was part of their like the tokenomics and funding strategy, because they had to sell QNT in order to do that. They gained capital, and with that capital they could further invest. And now it's mainly just targeting an industry audience, but also the general public in a way, because they need to kind of convince people that we need the technology, we need CBDCs, we need interoperability.
And
but
you
that's
feel
kind
they're
of a
doing that
different...
through X?
Huh?
You feel they're doing that through X?
Well, yes, but they're also doing it through YouTube, and they're also doing it through LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And I think, well, X is a very good platform to kind of communicate with the general public.
Yeah.
Or plain idiots, because, well, X is kind of a it's a controversial platform.
It's an open sewer.
And YouTube is probably mainly used just to share their videos.
Yeah, YouTube
that's
is a
the point of
very
YouTube,
nice
but
archive,
it's also,
right?
yeah, it's an archive, but you can also use it during events, right? So if you hold a presentation, you can refer to your YouTube page or show YouTube videos. And then you have LinkedIn, which is specifically targeted at all the industry audience.
Yeah.
So I think their marketing is fine, and they just need to convince everyone that we need to get on board with this technology and that they're actually building the future. Which is
I'm not
completely
really
fine
sure
with
if
me.
they're on the convincing side of things. I think they're on the providing information, and I'm not really sure if I mean,
Yeah, but still, they provide opinion articles and it's right because
hey,
I feel like the general public
but
and
those are
politicians
generally
are not
posted
necessarily...
in Bloomberg or in what was the other thing? Future of Finance,
Yeah.
FinTech, what's it, stuff like that.
Mhm.
So technically they're getting interviewed there, right, with Dominic Hobson and all that other good stuff. But I'm not really sure if that's convincing or informing. I think there's an important difference there.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they are arguing to kind of implement this, and most people are not necessarily convinced yet. Look, for example, at the
fair.
thing you have your mouse pointed on right now.
Yeah.
Reads, I need to...
Yeah. No,
So it
that's a
reads,
fair
what
point.
would it take to get users on site with CBD here? What would it take to get users on site with CBDCs? Meaning that most people are probably off site or not convinced yet. And then our chief marketing officer, Andrew Carrier, explains to the FintechTimes why addressing privacy concerns is the perfect place to start. You see, this is part of their convincing strategy, to convince people that CBDCs are not necessarily scary, but just like the next iteration of money.
That is
and
fair.
that privacy concerns are...
I agree.
I don't know.
And it links to the FintechTimes, which is their target audience, right? Which is absolutely great.
Yeah.
And they are also, and I tend to forget that, right? They're focusing more on the SMEs right now, the small and medium enterprises. Technically, my company is also part of that. Well, my company's not really a company because I'm not doing fuck all with it. But so even one-man businesses are now within scope for Overledger, right? The pricing is also tailored to that. We spoke on that. If you pay less than 5K a year for a full product suite, right, with enterprise and central bank grade security and optionality, that's pretty fucking good. And if a one-man shop, right, and a one-man shop can still be pretty big. If you have stuff drop shipping left and right, or you're creating content for big businesses or whatever, or you're setting up God knows what, you could want to have a DLT solution that somehow mixes in with everything. Why not? So technically, that could very well be the reason that they picked up steam again after like maybe a year of radio silence. I think like fucking 10 episodes back, we were like, last real message tweet was how long ago? or oh no, there was a Telegram message. That was a year and a half. It's probably 2 years by now. Year and a half. So the radio silence was there, but they're picking up again. Could be because they want to get the SMEs on board. I'm still very excited for the rest of the year with set P coming up and shit. But yeah, but this tweet led to the FintechTimes. We'll put that in the description. That's definitely Tim. Sorry, you're absolutely right. That's a marketing strategy. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh yeah, a point of criticism. I love Luke Riley to death. I think he is really, really good at what he does, right? Being head of innovation and such. But please, for the sake of everything that is wholly respectable, etc., do not put him on camera because he doesn't like it, and he's terrible at it. So maybe consider using just voiceovers, and the same to an extent with all the diversity stuff. Put people on camera that actually want to be there and like to be there and are comfortable to be there. Because some of the videos, it's a little bit cringe. And I think that's a shame. I think that detracts from the message. So if anybody on the team watches, I don't know. Please go with voiceovers, or if you want to use actual people, have people that are comfortable on camera, that like to be there, that express a certain amount of charisma. I mean, just being good at your job it's not enough. Just wanted to put that out there. Now go murder me in the comments. And while you go to the comments, subscribe, like, leave us a shitty comment. We love it. Share it with your friends how terrible we are. Go to BYBIT. Go to BYBIT. Yeah, sign up. Get your extra. I mean, deposit 100, get 20 for free, take the 100 off, and send the 100. I don't know. Buy QNT and send it to us. Ethereum address is also in the description. Well, that was shameless. I shouldn't be drinking wine on the show. What do you think, guys? Let me know. This is, by the way, a really cheap wine. It's like €8 a bottle. It's called Mucho Mas, and I got it from my dad. And I like it.
Let's move on to the next.
Yeah, let's
We've
move
been
on.
rambling for approximately 24 minutes about team communications, and I think the point has been made.
Good.
The team is there.
Yeah.
It just doesn't necessarily target the crypto audience, which is completely fine.
They are targeting the crypto audience, but it's not what we want to hear.
No,
There's not enough emojis.
there's not a lot of enough empty promises. Announcements of announcements. Hey, next topic. Let's move on because we've been rambling for 28 minutes now.
28 already.
Yep, 28.
Do you want to dive to the tweets?
We could if there's anything noticeable.
Well, no,
Maybe,
we'll put it.
Huh?
I hit it. What?
Yeah, maybe
I wanted to
dive
put the
into
tweets in the description.
Oh yeah, let's dive into our portfolios first, because Wall sentiment is another major major point.
Major topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is Tim right now. Tim is down €200 on the day. His total,
Oh no.
he is up 32%. And that's because Uniswap is still doing reasonably well. Bonk is still doing reasonably well. OrdiSwap and Orca more or less died, same as with VXV. And Chainlink is also doing reasonably well. But Bonk, unironically, is up like 200%. Whilst Chainlink is up 23%.
Literally up 200%.
What?
It's literally 200%.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, and Uniswap is up 54% in total, 12% for Amplify. What? Yeah, that leaves him at a total. We started out with more or less 10 grand euro. He's now at 13.5, which is nice.
That's
Mine
not
is
too
not
bad.
very nice. Mine is yeah, it's pretty bad. I'm down 5,000, so I'm down 50%. I'm still up 60% on my BitTensor. I'm down 74 on Neon. It's 70 cents right now, which is fucking disgusting. And Check D is also having a little bit of a
Tanking.
rough time. It's down 21% since I got it. What's that, Tim?
No, it's just having a
Yeah.
rough time. Yeah.
So that's another notch on the belt for the diversification portfolio.
But Check D is one of those cryptos I would arguably say that will come back. I'm not so sure about Neon. I'm really not so sure about Neon.
No. I'm still really glad that I sold Neon at a tiny little bit of profit. Like 5% or something. But I got the fuck out of there, IRL. I bought this at the absolute fucking top. Like a week and a half, 2 weeks later on that I bought my IRL back. BitTensor, I'm also out of IRL. I do have checked. I actually added to that bag a couple of weeks ago, which is really nice.
I really didn't understand you when you were
it's
doing
under
this.
5 cents. Okay. I think, and this is not financial advice, this is just me reporting what I'm doing. I'm gonna get more check DTM.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a whole lot more.
But yeah,
Just
I mean,
because
check has been ranging there for quite some time.
No, it's really fucking low right now.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Look for the last year. Went to a dime and now it's low. I mean, since December. I think that's low.
I do. I mean, I've been in checked for some time.
Oh, checkmates.
Yeah.
I didn't even.
I mean, it's low, relatively speaking, but it's been there before. It's not
Yeah.
It's okay, but yeah, I mean, your portfolio is pretty much halved, and I'm up to like 25-30%.
Yeah.
Amazing. Let's look at.
So this is devastation, and when H1 ends,
you're gonna
we will be
reshuffle.
What's that?
You will reshuffle your portfolio.
Yeah. We will be redistributing this motherfucking shit, and I will still be taking a couple of singular bets, and Tim will still be diversifying. I think that's an interesting strategy.
Yeah, I don't see why I wouldn't diversify. Because it's going well for me.
Yeah. Which is cool. Anyway, let's go to QNT price.
Yeah.
So we're looking at Quant. We're right now at $84, 85 euros. No heart attacks. 84 euros, 75 cents on this Tuesday evening, 10 o'clock CET. Well, looking at the month, yeah, it's we're going down, boy. And we're at
Pretty
position
disgusting, really.
79. Yeah. It's pretty. No, it's ugly disgusting. It's not pretty disgusting. It's ugly disgusting. Yeah, so it's a steep decline. I'm curious to see what will happen. I'm looking at the year now. What happens when we hit the price of 80 euros? 80 euros was the last bounce. We'll see. I'm not gonna be drawing lines from this motherfucker, but 33 euros, May 25th, 2021. June 17th, right? That's roughly a year later. 41. And now we're May, June, we're 85. So, I mean, if we're taking it from here, December, February, yeah, I don't know. Can we draw a line from here to there? I don't know how to do that. I don't care.
think
So yeah, there's a line
someone-
here, and there's a line there.
Yeah,
And
I think
so
someone
now
has kind of
it's go for it.
compared. That's something I saw on Telegram this week. Someone was overlapping the QNT graph with that one of XRP, and the similarities were striking. It was pretty much the same.
I'm muting you.
Yeah.
No.
You I mean, the similarities were truly striking, and that's it's painful, but they just said we just became dumb, and I mean, we'll have to see about that, obviously.
Yeah, no. There's one big difference, and that is XRP ILP is now 12 years old.
Yeah, it's much older than we are. So they already did that in 2017.
Yeah, back in 2020, the XRP tech was technically already obsolete. I mean, what does it do? 1,200 transactions a second.
Yeah,
which is yeah.
I don't know.
Something in the vicinity. Even if it was 12,000, that's still a fucking joke. There's no fucking way that could sustain an economy at any rate. Same as Bitcoin can, even with Lightning Network, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble probably. But that tech was old then, and it's fucking ancient and obsolete right now. Quant tech, on the other hand, everything kept growing, everything kept evolving. It's really apples and oranges. Sorry. Also, I mean, for Quant, the target audience is much broader because Quant never wanted to be money, and it will never want to be money. XRP is actually trying to be a settlement bridging asset.
No, obviously, I understand the fundamental differences between the two, but it's still interesting that even not sure what's happening here.
Tim is looking to his right.
Yeah,
if somebody's walking in the room.
I think so.
What's going on, Tim? Are you okay?
No, everything's okay. I mean, the similarities are there, but it's you cannot fundamentally compare the two. But like in terms of just graphics and the way like those lines are pulled up, you see the similarities. Do I make any sense right now? No, I don't. Okay.
If you compare fractals, maybe. Yeah. I just think fractals are a very lazy way of trying to make a point. I mean, a fractal is a fractal is a fractal, and everybody's always talking about what was that thing again? The thing is distribution, whatever. It's always the same, right? There's all these things coming up. What's that thing called? The distribution pattern of Wyckoff. It's a Wyckoff. Oh, it's a Wyckoff pattern. Oh, it's an inverted head and shoulders. I don't know. I'm looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been ranging for 3 months around the 62,000. You're not going to believe it. Bitcoin is actually ranging at all-time high, which is fascinating. If we look at ETH had their ETFs approved technically. What they still need is for every individual ETF offerer, every company business that wants to offer an ETF for Ethereum needs to fill in the paperwork. The improvement was what was that, May 24th, May 22nd, somewhere there.
Yeah, a couple of days ago.
ETH bumped itself back up to 3.5K. It was at 2.8K on May 20th, which is decent. So they added like 1,200 to the pie, which is good. Apparently, Bitcoin dominance is falling. ETH dominance is rising. God knows what else. We'll have to wait and see. Meanwhile, YoYo made a new all-time high today, I think, at almost 17 hundred thousandths of a cent, 15. It's now, so it corrected. I love YoYo here. Look, we're also ranging at all-time high. Look at that. Token doesn't exist even for a month. Created somewhere May 14th, maybe a little bit sooner. Which is really nice. Anyway, last week we spoke because sentiment was terrible, and apparently a lot of people are looking at selling their QNT and getting into different coins. And I made the case, we made the case that most of you guys are not being honest, right? What do I mean by that? So Tim and I, we speak often, as you guys know. And we found TAO at like 30, 40. We got introduced to it maybe a little bit sooner.
Yeah, 30, 40, something like that, 25 even.
Yeah. I bought back then, Tim didn't, and then I sold and I bought. It's a horror story. Anyway, TAO is up. There's no denying that. But it's a good example because a lot of people know about TAO within the Quant community. So you probably know. What I was trying to help you guys realize is that if you want to compare the hypothetical, what if I had sold my quant when I found TAO at X price? There's a way to do that. And we made our portfolio public. So if you look for the WouldaCouldaShoulda portfolio, you can see it on screen. WouldaCouldaShoulda. I changed the spelling since the last show. You can find this portfolio. So what did we do here? Let's go to TAO BitTensor first, right? So we went to the TAO token. We looked it up. We added it to our portfolio. Yeah, you can do that by clicking in TAO. And you click on it. And when you click on it, you get to this page. And then underneath the price and the 24-hour range of its trading range, you can add it to your portfolio. As soon as you did that, it will show up in your portfolio, as you can see right here underneath the new, very interesting pie diagram, and your performance on a regular histogram style. And you can then go to BitTensor, and then you can either click on the three dots for more actions, or you can click on the plus to add a transaction. If you click on the plus for a transaction, you can then add the amount of TAO you want to buy, price per coin, total spent, and on what day. So what you want to do first, if you want to go back in time travel, and then maintain the WouldaCouldaShoulda portfolio, what WouldaCouldaShoulda it have been, is add your QNT first, right? We took a fictive amount of 100 QNT to begin with. If I click on more actions and I click at look at transactions, or show transactions, mine is in Dutch, sorry for that. You can see that we started out with 100 QNT, which we bought for $65.99. And we spent a total of 6,599 euros. And the average profit and loss right now is plus 1,863. But on May 21st, we were like, I need to go get me something else. And what I did, I sold at 90 euros on May 21st, 10 QNT. Why did I do that? Because I wanted to buy TAO. So I went to TAO. I first checked the quant price for the same day. So let's say I want to buy TAO on May 10th. Okay, what was the price for TAO on May 10th? That's one. What was the price for QNT at May 10th? And then you're going to match those two. So if you want to buy 1,000 euros worth of BitTensor, you need to sell 1,000 euros worth of QNT, hypothetically, for the price at that exact date and time.
Yeah.
If you do that, you can then, in hindsight, create your portfolio. And there's no educational benefit whatsoever, only ego if you fuck yourself over with it. So be honest, right? Because now we're talking about BitTensor. We all know it went up. Yeah, you can do the same with Pepe. And you can dream yourself to be a super trader. But you're just how do you say fucking with yourself? So what we did is we bought some BitTensor, and we were like, okay, that was the only thing that I actually woulda, coulda, shoulda got for my QNT. So I spent 10 QNT on that. Then I got myself some YoYo. YoYo, meme coin, boss created, and it's a really fun thing. A fair launch. It's a meme coin, all no dumping shenanigans, whatever. But we bought a bunch. We bought about 10 QNT worth 900 euros. It's currently up 133 euros. We added that. So this portfolio is now current, and that means I still have 80 QNT in this. And every time, this is a hypothetical portfolio, right? This is no real money. This is just hypothetical. In your case, if you have a private portfolio, you can put in your actual QNT stack. Let's say you bought in 2018, 2019, and you bought 10,000 QNT. You can hypothetically just sell 3,000 QNT, throw it into Pepe, and then you can see over time how well you would have done if you've actually created that portfolio. Which is really cool, because you can then actually compare oranges and oranges. Like, yeah, motherfucker, now I bought that, and they did that, and now I made this much money if I would have actually done it. And if you're doing well, and a bull run is not a very good time to measure this, but if you did well, you can maybe, if you decide, okay, I made like 10 picks, and all 10 picks out of 10 were winners, maybe you got a gut feeling. Maybe you have this nice little magic going on. Some people fucking have that. They know how to research shit and how to make money. If you have that, you can find it with this. But a lot of you people think you have that because you're like, yeah, no, I would have bought that. I would have bought that. But nobody puts actual skin in the game. And now you can put some hypothetical skin in the game, but you can actually see your real stack diminish, because a lot of people sitting on the QNT, which is fine, right? Not financial advice, but we endorse that. But if you have like a couple of K of those things, and you're like, okay, I want to play around a bit. Play around.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think
I'm gonna clear out that bottle.
Bad idea to do this, because, well, many people, especially we came up with this experiment in one of the Dutch groups, and people were whining about the fact that they could have done something else. And sure, you could, right? There's always this possibility. There's always this possibility to do something else and invest your money in another asset. But would you realistically have done that at that point, right? Because you always make the decisions that you make based on the information that you have at that point in time. So yes, if you really doubt about something and you're like, let's not do it for whatever reason, you could still theoretically use this experiment. Okay, then just do it hypothetically and then see how it plays out. And if you really seem to have a very good feeling for making those plays, why not take the gamble the next time? Because, well, if you seem to gamble correctly all the time, then you might want to gamble with real money. Or if it turns out really badly, then you know, maybe you shouldn't touch it.
Be careful. Don't gamble while you're whining.
Yeah.
He says when he takes another sip of wine for the people not on camera.
Yeah.
If you're dying in the car right now, you definitely have to subscribe.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
one of our best episodes so far.
Yeah. So this could be the interesting tool, right? Because a lot of people are almost zealots when it comes to their QNT stack. I, in the meantime, managed to take a gamble with a couple of meme coins, right? I call DGen higher, World Tips from Boss from Forecaster. I made a good amount of profits on that, and I'm throwing profits now in other meme coins. And I took profits out already, and now I got this nice little meme coin ecosystem going. And that actually made that I hadn't sold a single fucking quant for a month and a half. And usually I supplement my lifestyle with like, maybe a couple of quant a week sometimes, worst case. But I hadn't need to sell any of them because of the meme coin shenanigans. Which could be nice, but I would never ever endorse people to sell QNT for that. And if you lose, you should actually accept that you lost to an extent, because otherwise it's going to be sheer utter gambling. But if I could make a suggestion, which is obviously not financial advice, look at base and look at what people are doing on Farcaster or Warpcast. We made an episode, looked it up on the YouTube channel. Yes, this is a shameless plug. Yes, we have a quant community there. Yes, it is more or less dead. We could use your help. Whatever happens on Farcaster with meme coins and with base is kind of gonna blow up. Oh, I also made a ton on TN100X. It's like I picked like 6 or 7 meme coins, and I made money on 5 of them, 5 out of 7, and not just change. So if you want to go look there, that would be a good place to start, because keep in mind, like a million crypto tokens have been created in the last year, according to Nagato, and he does his research, so I trust him and I quote him on that. So that makes 2.2 million crypto coins right now. Gambling and getting it right, chances aren't good, not at all. Tim, we're almost at an hour, are we?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. So I want to throw one little piece of advice in, and that is watch Raoul Pal's video. And to an extent, I'd say this is good advice. Raoul Pal, the Journeyman YouTube channel, really nice and fun. He is the CEO of GMI, Global Macro Investor. He has a lot of experience working for Goldman Sachs and a couple of other big banks. He's also CEO of Real Vision, which a lot of people know because Gilbert was there for an interview with Santiago back in 2020. These guys are not charlatans, but they're also not always correct and right. But that being said, he has this very interesting
year 1, crypto spring, year 2, crypto summer, year 3, crypto fall, and macro spring, summer, fall. And then year 4 is the worst. And the worst is what scars people. And people want to know how to deal with this.
Okay. So this video that we linked in the description is about when is Raoul Pal going to sell his crypto. And he's talking about Bitcoin or crypto or macro. It's all pretty much the same: spring, summer, fall, and winter. And what you can see here is all the yellow bits is summer, all the green bits is spring, the red bits are fall, and the blue parts are winter. And you can see that we just passed through winter, had crypto spring, and now entering into summer. The 3 previous crypto summers were massive, massive spikes going for Bitcoin from 5K to 50K, from 500, what's that? Yeah, 700, 1,000. And in 2012, from 5 to 15. And then you got crypto fall, and that is the most exponential every single fucking time, except for 2021, where Bitcoin went from 10 to 1,000, from 500 to roughly 15,000. And in 2021, it was a stunted cycle. We should have gotten a second leg up, but we didn't because of FTX and other shit going on. Right now, we're in the yellow part. And if you take this same rainbow-esque looking graph, and you put that over NASDAQ, and you put that over S&P and a ton of other stuff, it all matches so really fucking well. And there's another video he made prior to this one or after this one, I'm not really sure. I can look it up and put it in the description as well. If I didn't do that, remind me in the comments, and I'll do it anyway. Where he takes you why this works. And this has to do with election cycles, United States, Bitcoin halving, and Tim, what's the other one? Elections, Bitcoin halving. Oh yeah, and the 2008 banking crisis. All the interest rates were reset back then. So now every 4 years, we have a perfect storm that you can see on the screen right now. So if we extrapolate this, to cut it short for you guys, because we want to keep this episode under an hour, is we're going to see the first pumping things going to happen this year. Raoul's advice, his advice, not mine, is to maybe take a third or 20% or whatever off the table in December. Let the rest cook. If you can stomach that, that's for you. Watch the video. And then take something more off the table if it keeps going up in July. Most likely, July 2025 is where we're going to see a downtrend. Likely, right? This is all, and he also says that we cannot predict the top. We cannot predict what price it will go to. But this is historically what happened. And yes, we only had like 3 fucking cycles before this. I agree. But this also coincides with a lot of the other things we know of the 4-year cycles from the past. It's not perfect, but it rhymes. And if you need to go on something, consider getting out partially by the end of the year. Maybe to buy the dip, maybe buy some lifestyle chips. Watch the video overall. And maybe so a little bit again next year, so you can buy even more dip or get more lifestyle chips.
Yeah.
Was that brief enough, Tim?
I think so.
Right.
Yeah. We
Trade on BYBIT. Use the Quamfy Show code. Yeah. What? Trade on BYBIT.
Yeah. We kind of
BYBIT.
Jeez. We kind of discussed quite some topics this show. It was kind of different than other times, but that's okay. We're still here. We still continue, even when sentiment is pretty low. But yeah, we've stomached that in the past, and we can stomach it right now. Honestly, this also feels like a different type of correction or downtrend or whatever you want to call it, because like fundamentally we are stronger than ever. The only thing that kind of worries me at this point is the general stock market, right? So the financial markets themselves.
And that's why you need to watch the other Raoul Pal video. He talks about liquidity and how Fed generally cuts rates and the EU is cutting rates already, and how liquidity will be going up like crazy. And everybody will just be dumping that into the stock market. So the stock market's a problem now, but they're just gonna fucking print it into oblivion again because there's no other way. If they don't, everything dies. And if everything dies, people literally start dying because companies can't get loans and costs will go up and companies go out of business, meaning that people won't get their food, prices will go up, people won't get their food, and so on.
Yeah.
So they can only print, and that's why the CBDCs are so important. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, we know that narrative, but yeah, on the other end, if we look at crypto, you're not necessarily near all-time. Sure, Bitcoin and Ethereum are near all-time highs, but the rest of the market is slumping behind, and that perfectly lines up with what Raoul says and what we've seen in the past in 2021 and 2020. So yeah, I also expect quite a bit coming months. I feel like this is one of those pre-corrections before everything turns hotter and hotter once again. So yeah, we'll see how it plays out. And you can also see it right with the meme portfolio that I have. I think it topped at around 20K. So I doubled my portfolio in a couple of months, and now it's down back to only 30% profit. And that kind of shows that the rest of the market is slumping behind, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I feel like
what people also need to keep in mind is that Quant is seemingly doing bad, but it isn't really because all other coins corrected more, and a lot of the pumps that we've been seeing recently is coins getting back onto their 70% values. Yes, Quant is dropping ranks. We also spoke about this. Market cap generation is really fucking easy. Does it mean that value is added to the token, even though the market cap is going up? I mean, if you add 10 million tokens today at 100,000 cent, that adds up pretty quickly, even though price can remain the same. And that will still boost your market cap and so on.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hey, let's call it an episode.
Let's call it an episode.
We'll see you in 2 weeks. That will be kind of prior me going to the Euros. That will be kind of the last episode before my life turns pretty chaotic, because that's all happening in June. I have holidays, I have the football, I have my home that's coming up in June, so it's going to be a pretty significant month.
There's a very good chance that from July onwards, we're going to take a 6-7 week break. We'll see.
Yeah. There's a pretty good chance that will happen. So we'll have to figure out what we're going to do exactly, but it most probably will be the same schedule as last year, because it just worked very well for us. But also know that the next coming weeks, and actually the next month, is going to be pretty chaotic for me. As well, I have all my holidays scheduled, and I have a home that I will get the keys to in 4 weeks.
That's end of June.
That's the end of June. Yeah, but the schedule is next episode in 2 weeks, and the next episode after that is in that period when I'm actually in Germany already, and things get chaotic. So it's going really quickly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just
want to. You can't even make it to my birthday party. How embarrassing is that?
Yeah.
Nah, let's not get into that. I'm joking. Tim and I will fight it out off camera. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe. Use our ref link for fucking BYBIT. If you're not going to trade there, just put $100 in there. Let them give you 20 euros, and then just take all the money off and be gone. Yeah. And tell them Jarno sent you to do that. So,
hey, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll just see you in 2 weeks, and stay Quamfy out there.
Stay Quamfy. And now I need to press the stop recording button and not leave the fucking... Are you sure you want to stop recording to the cloud?